What up, nerds, and welcome to another Iron Butt episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob. I'll be your host for the evening. This is episode 536, recorded on Sunday, July 13th, 2025. Tonight we're talking about another You Pick the Flick. This one was chosen by Nouse. The movie's Robocop from 1987. Before we get into it, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, calling in from Washington, D.C., we got your boy, Ran Diesel. What's up?
Bitches leave.
There we go. Jesus Christ, the lag is ruining everything.
That's why you just gotta say it yourself. Bitches leave!
I don't think I cannot pull off that Red Foreman cadence. I just can't. I don't have it in me. Yeah, maybe one day.
I was just waiting for him to kick somebody's ass or stick his foot so far up somebody's ass or do something with a foot in an ass, you know?
A foot in an ass, a dumb ass, somewhere in the range there, you know.
I'll take bitches leave, I guess. You know, it was 1987. It's early in his career, I believe.
It was. You know, you got to earn that.
Next up, calling in from Seoul, South Korea, we got your boy, Soju. What's up, man?
Oh, what up? It's your boy. I'd buy that for $1, Stains. I'd buy it for $1, boys. Oh, yeah.
The second time you said it was so fucking creepy. Why? Oh, I'd buy it.
I'd buy it
for $1. Oh, just fucking love a deal. God, I love a deal.
Love a deal, boys.
It's the American talking in you. God, I love a deal.
God.
I cannot say no.
I have no choice but to buy it for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
There it is.
It's impossible to say no. Take it. Take the money, please.
Bob, you're very familiar with this.
There it is.
Yep. Yes, that's the guy.
You're very familiar with this, right?
There it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, we're right at the on-ramp. We might as well.
Wrong with he and his friends. Yeah, just waiting
Well,
for
if you're
it.
not going to have any fun with it, then, come on.
You can't laugh at yourself, Bob.
Then who
And you're
can
being
you
a little
laugh at?
bitch.
And we all know bitches leave.
Bitches leave.
There you go. Big shout out and thank you to Nouse for picking tonight's flick, Robocop. Before we get into the review,
thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
dear God, thank you.
One down, 5 to go. Thank you.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Before we get into it, let's tackle a little bit of housekeeping real quick here. We do have our August poll currently posted over on our Patreon website. If you guys support us at the $5 level or above, you get the chance to vote on a movie we're talking about this August. The theme for August is deep cuts. We got 3 movies on there that are sort of underseen or at least under-discussed, and they are The Empty Man, Kill List, and Orca.
Whoa, Bob. We are already halfway through July. How are those numbers looking?
Time doesn't exist anymore. It's just, it's already 2026.
It goes by.
It don't stop.
It goes on.
It don't stop.
Don't stop.
So, the numbers have changed slightly. We do have a new first place film.
Whoa.
I know. It's insane.
Kill List made a comeback, huh?
Negative. I wonder who chose
Wow.
that.
It was already at 95% last time I checked.
Last time you manipulated the numbers. Kill List is still on the bottom with 24% of the vote. Second place, The Empty Man has fallen just slightly to 36% of the vote. And then we got Orca sitting in first place with 40% of the vote.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. Pretty tight race there, though.
Dirty bird.
Yeah,
24, 36, 40.
A couple votes either way is going to completely change it, you know. So still got a couple weeks left. Make sure you get those votes in before the end of the month, and we'll see what we're talking about this August.
All right.
In other Patreon news, we're dropping mini-casts every other Friday, per usual. Over 160 mini-casts on Patreon available for you now. Next up, this Friday, you're going to hear from your boy Soju talking about Squid Game 3 in your ear holes.
Whoa, wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it all up. I've covered the whole series now, so we can be done with that.
Really, people are looking to the end of your journey.
I know, yeah. That's
This is
really
what
what
it's
they've
all
been
about.
waiting for. I
Finally.
didn't want to
How
make
is
them wait
Soju
too
gonna
long,
react?
you know.
He can rest now, finally. Yes. He's done. So check that out, and also Soju's thoughts on the first 2 seasons if you would like to hear that. All available on Patreon right now.
160 mini episodes, boys. Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Still
We
coming.
have
puts-
such
Yeah.
we have
that puts
prolific
us
output.
close to 700 total episodes there.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, we've probably done over 700 because we've done like bonus episodes on the main feed too that we didn't
That's
number.
Yeah.
Plus, we've been guest hosts on dozens of other shows. and-
Yeah, I've got that playlist on Spotify that's got to be, I think it's like close to 100 at least.
And if you want to count the Let's Get Physical
heard of our
Media
podcast?
stuff.
We don't, Bob.
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
want to count that.
Yeah, we don't.
We definitely don't want that included.
I mean,
No.
We don't want to be associated with that.
No, we don't. It's a problem. That whole show. There it is.
It would have been quicker, except the fucking lag.
It gets worse.
I will buy that. For
Okay,
$1.
Bob, stop spending all your money on Blu-rays. Let's move on.
Got it.
I will say our Straight Chilling Features playlist, which I know I'm missing some stuff, but it has 102 hours worth of content.
Oh my God.
I don't know how many
You're going
episodes
to
that
be
is,
so
but 100.
easy
And that's-
to train an AI model on.
Yes.
That's on Spotify, right?
It is on Spotify, yeah.
And what's the name of it so people can look it up if they want?
It's called Straight Chilling Features. And yeah, I need to throw that up on like Instagram with a link or something like that.
Yeah,
But
if
yeah,
you-
it's just called Straight Chilling Features. It's a playlist with a bunch of episodes that we feature on.
Yeah, from various friends of the podcast, other podcasts out there.
Yep.
Check it out.
Wow.
It's got our Short Box podcast feature. Horrorpocalypse.
Ooh,
Wow. Old
yeah.
school stuff. Horrorcast on here. Randy's gone, so I'll keep naming these. Plug it up.
A Cooter
Light and Shadow. Yeah, Cut Above's on here. Jump the Shark. Oh, no. What is that? Cinema Villains. Did he change the name of this podcast? It's Word to the Nerd. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on here.
Sick. Check
And
it
Randy's
out.
back. So
Hey, Randy.
There's problems.
That's all I have news-wise. Do you guys have anything you need to plug?
yeah, we're
Not
gonna
I.
have some bonus episodes coming out. Be Fun is Wrapped, which now has really marked like my summer journey these past couple years. It really does feel like autumn's heading my way now that Be Fun's done. But Be Fun 2025 has wrapped up. Got a couple things. We did. I did an interview with the lead actress from The Ugly Stepsister, which is a banger horror movie this year. Really good. It's up on Shudder right now. So it's already available in the States. And she gave a really great interview that'll be coming out sometime soon. And then we also have a wrap-up episode from Be Fun coming up soon, talking about some of the films that we saw this year. So yeah, keep an eye out for
Buy that for $1.
talking about even more bonus content, you know?
That's right.
We just
It's
want
bonus
Add it
content
to
where
the
we talk
list.
about more bonus content.
Throw it on
And,
the pile.
Here's a bonus show where I tell you about all the bonus shows we did. You're welcome.
Boy,
A bonus
we
show
do a lot
wrap-up.
of we do a lot of clip shows in our bonus episodes. They're just
Yeah,
us
that's
talking
not
about
counting
other
all the
episodes.
clip shows that we've done too.
Oh man,
my god.
so many hours of clip shows.
That's
Jesus
true.
Christ.
We
Yep. Quantity over quality. That is the mantra.
what you got to do is you got to flood the zone. Okay, that's
Any
what
day
we're all
now,
about.
this is all gonna pay off.
It's
Yeah, oh yeah.
gonna be filthy rich.
I don't know about you guys, but I already booked my trip to Aruba to pick up my illicit winnings from this little gambit.
Illicit winning.
See, you got to buy the QCHA coin right now. You want
The
to invest
QJ
right
coin,
now.
it's time to dump, people. Let's dump.
You got to shit it out now.
Damn.
Randy, got any plugs?
Not a goddamn plug in the house. Rob, you good?
I think we're squeaky clean.
This house is clean.
Let's get into the main event. We're talking about Robocop, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Bob, I saw you had this box. Is it a good box? It's a thick box.
The best box.
Ooh, that's a thick
Look at-
quite
box.
Look at
thick.
how
That's going to have to
this.
average out to 2 films, Bob. I can't discount that for you.
That's
Wait, is that a script or is that a second? Is that RoboCop 2 in there as well?
Oh no, it comes with a booklet with scholarly writings.
Oh, it's a book. not
Scholarly
a- okay.
writings.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope they've added a discount for that.
Literature. It comes with literature.
They want you to read.
Whoa.
This is the Arrow video release of RoboCop from like 2019, I think. It's the director's cut they put out. So all the added gore, all the stuff that the MPAA was like, hey, this shit's not gonna fly. They put it all back in, folks.
I think I
God
probably
damn.
watched that version then because mine was
Yeah.
quite gory.
Yeah,
Oh.
sometimes you can tell, like, whenever the stuff that they cut, when they put it back in, it like the quality of the footage dips ever so slightly because it was sort
I
of
don't
lost.
notice that shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't notice that at all.
Well,
If you notice, some of the pixels are slightly askew in this frame.
where did Bob go wrong? He and his friends, etc.
He hit his friend.
He hits his
Damn, dog, don't
friends.
hit
He's
me.
an abusive
He
son of
hits
a
them
bitch.
for watching DVDs
You
and not
bitch!
4Ks. Yeah, so you can buy this from Arrow Video. It's really easy to find, or you can stream it. Robocop is everywhere. Apparently, there's a video game that came out recently too. That's
Apparently, it's
popular.
quite well received from what I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a remake.
Yes.
Oh yeah, much beloved remake.
Everybody
no
loves
notes from
it.
anyone.
Buy it
Never
for
seen it.
$1.
Probably
Do it.
those bargain bins.
that for $1. Yeah, actually, it might be a Dollar General find.
RoboCop from 1987, rated R, with a runtime of 1 hour and 42 minutes. This was directed by Paul Verhoeven, written by Edward Neumeier and Michael Miner. Stars Peter Weller, Nancy Allen, Dan O'Herlihy, which you may have recognized from Halloween 3.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds like a no. Nobody.
I definitely did.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Ronnie Cox, Miguel Ferrer, your boy Kurtwood Smith is also in this. Ray Wise, some other lovely folks are in this. Plot synopsis.
Miguel
Ferrer, baby.
There you go. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows. In a violent future, an old Detroit murdered police officer, Alex Murphy, is resurrected as Robocop, a powerful cyborg law enforcer. As he fights crime, he begins to recover memories of his past and seeks revenge on the gang who killed him. Gentlemen, have you seen this movie before, and would you recommend folks at home check it out? Rand Diesel, kick us off.
I'm trying to remember if I have seen this more than one time before. I don't think so. I think I've seen this maybe once before. It could have been on a night with the guys at some point, but
Just a night with the guys.
I know. Just one of them nights with the guys. Things
A
get
guys' night,
crazy
you might
when the
call it.
guys get together. No, it was
Boys only.
Just a
short
boys'
version.
night
Yeah,
in.
I reckon. Okay. Wow, we are really,
Just a bunch of
really hung
boys.
up on that.
Getting together.
Look, there's boys. They're together. It's a boys' night. All right. So yes, I have seen this once before, at least maybe twice, but it's been a long, long time, and I remember liking it pretty good, but not really fully embracing it. Like, I felt like the hype was higher than I expected it to be. This time around, I see more. I see it. I see it more for what it is, and I definitely recommend it.
Do you see?
I see now.
The light.
I have seen it. It is there. for
Give me the
all.
video games, the sequels. I want it all.
Put it into my veins.
Damn.
Cool. Juice, what about you?
Yeah, I had seen this once before, but like Randy, actually, maybe only once before, but a long time ago, like when I was a kid, I have this kind of like distinct memory of watching this and like Terminator 2 pretty close together, because I just remember being exposed to robotics. Like something is called a chip, and just I don't know, just all these things. I just have a distinct memory of watching these two films. Or
What
those
is
two films.
internet? How do you use it?
Exactly. So
You ever seen a floppy disk?
it's so floppy. It's not firm at all. But yeah, I would recommend people check this out. It had been a long
New Jam,
time
the console cowboys in cyberspace.
Oh my God.
since I saw it. So this is the first time as an adult I had seen it, and really, like Randy, got to kind of process it. And you know, at this point we've covered a decent amount of Paul Verhoeven stuff. So it was interesting to kind of compare it to that too, because we talked about Starship Troopers, of course, Hollow Man, you know. So,
oh yeah, classic.
but yeah, I would recommend people check this out. Bob, how about you? Had you seen this before, or was that just sitting collecting dust on your shelf?
I have seen it before, just once though. I watched this whenever Arrow Video put it out on Blu-ray, and I bought it about 5-6 years ago. It was the first time I watched it, and then second time watching it for this podcast. But first time I saw it, it kind of blew my mind, honestly. I was like, oh my God, yeah, this is the absolute classic that everybody claims it to be. It just immediately like worked for me. And upon this rewatch, it still does. It's totally holds up. So it's like a must watch for me. Like, check it out if you have not, for sure. It's great. It holds up.
Damn, all right.
Well, that's like a
not a loose
medium
recommend
to
at all.
loose recommend.
It sounds a pretty shaky medium to loose there.
It's like probably
manifest.
skip it if you wanna. No, yeah, that sounds like a hearty recommendation from the Straight Chillin' crew.
Hearty recommend.
Artie, as a you pick, wow.
Thank you,
It's
Nouse.
been a long time
Dear God,
since we've been able to solidly recommend a you pick.
Nouse
Nouse.
came in and wanted to fucking dunk on our asses right now, and he's doing it.
Who's a real person and definitely not one of us, by the way. Nouse
Definitely not.
exists.
Nouse is not.
He lives
not the name
somewhere
of
in
a literal
Europe,
sock
you know.
puppet I have on my hand.
He's
We just
over there.
Buy up all the you picks. See, it's this internal economy. You see, we just put it right back in, and it just circulates
goes in a circle.
around.
But eventually it trickles down, and it's all going to work out. It's you guys just wait, okay? That QJ coin trickles right down.
Oh my God! All you gotta do is keep pumping, baby, to the
Can't
moon.
wait till it trickles onto me.
We're getting there.
drip, drip, drip.
Oh fuck! That's a whole. That's just pouring out there for trickle on me. Yes. Oh God!
Reagan porn? What is
yes.
that? Oh,
Trickle
yeah, the
down,
Gipper. Get me,
Daddy.
Gipper.
Trickle.
Shove some jelly beans in there, bitch.
Okay.
What?
Well, sounds like you gotta watch RoboCop. That's a hearty recommend from the Straight Chillin' crew.
You gotta know your Reagan lore for this podcast.
Yeah, the jelly bean thing missed me too. But we're going to be spoiling the shit out of RoboCop, and here comes your warning.
Spoiler warning.
Whoa, Bob, you got that plot synopsis for me?
Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa, Bob. Hey-o.
Hey-o. Yep, here we go. Plot synopsis for RoboCop. In the near future,
This hours, so many hours of
Just
our
a super cut.
output is just us like, oh, hey,
we have more
hours of that.
More hours of that than a lot of podcasts have content in general. Just
That's very
Hey,
true.
That's how good we are.
we're that good.
Not everyone can
That's a
operate on
flex.
such a high wire.
Okay. Plot synopsis. Here we go. In the near future, dystopian Detroit, the city is overwhelmed with crime. Out of desperation, the megacorp Omni Consumer Products takes control of the police force. OCP's President Dick Jones gives a demonstration to the city of a police robot called Ed 209 that malfunctions and kills a volunteer. This allows an ambitious young executive named Bob Morton to introduce his own project called Robocop to OCP's chairman, who's also known as the Old Man. Meanwhile, police officer Alex Murphy's transferred to a new precinct where he and his partner Ann Lewis pursue the notorious Clarence Boddicker and his gang. The gang tortures Murphy, and Boddicker shoots and kills him. Morton then has Murphy's corpse turned into Robocop, a cyborg with no memory of his previous life. Robocop has 3 directives. 1, to serve the public. 2, protect the innocent. 3, uphold the law. And there's also a classified 4th directive you don't find out about till the end of the movie. Robocop is quickly celebrated for his effective and brutal campaign. Lewis begins to suspect Robocop is indeed Murphy. During maintenance, Robocop has a dream about Murphy's death. While on patrol, Robocop arrests one of Boddicker's gang members named Emil, who recognizes Murphy, which furthers Robocop's recall of his previous life. Robocop uses the police database to review Murphy's record. He then investigates Murphy's old house, recalling several memories of him and his family, but his wife and son have since moved away. OCP President Dick Jones then gets Boddicker to murder the young executive Morton as retribution for trying to usurp his position. Robocop interrogates Boddicker until he admits he's working for Jones. Robocop attempts to arrest Jones, but his secret 4th prime directive kicks in, which is that he cannot act against an OCP executive. Jones releases the ED 209, and Robocop is badly injured by it, as well as the police force. Lewis rescues him and brings him to a steel mill where he can repair himself. Angered by OCP's underfunding, the police force goes on strike and the city descends into chaos. Jones frees Boddicker and his gang and gives him these crazy high-powered weapons and tells him to go murder Robocop. At the steel mill, Robocop kills all of Boddicker's men and eventually Boddicker as well by stabbing him in the throat. Robocop confronts Jones during an OCP board meeting and reveals the truth behind Morton's murder. Jones takes the old man hostage, but the old man fires Jones, nullifying Directive 4, allowing Robocop to shoot Jones, causing him to fall out of a window to his death. The old man...
Thank you. Have a nice day.
The old man thanks Robocop and asks him what his name is, to which he replies, Murphy. Roll them credits.
All right.
So I like this movie, but I found some of it to be quite unbelievable. Like a militarized, corporation corporations,
Impossible.
having influence over public policies
Impossible.
like this. I just can't conceive of that really happening.
It's heavy on the fiction.
Suspend your disbelief, buddy. I promise. We'll get there.
What could go wrong?
No, this movie is every step of this movie just feels so fucking prescient. It's very.
We didn't take the warning seriously.
We really didn't. We watched Robocop and made cartoons instead of policy
and
changes.
toys and just churned money
And
out of the
toys.
franchise.
Yeah, we really. Yeah, you know what? The hero of this film is clearly the fucking mega corporation that's making money off of the backs of this
It's
thing. Right?
capitalism.
So we should do the same thing.
It's a very
Capitalism is the
movie.
hero, as
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
It's a statement.
This movie it feels like it makes... It's probably more relevant today than it was even when it came out. Of course, I wasn't alive back then, so I guess I can't really say that outright, but it feels that way. But we were talking on the Slack throughout the week, and I think it was Miles that said, this is an all-timer, but definitely in no way a horror movie. And we're fast and loose with the horror genre on this show.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
definitely
Super fast.
horror adjacent.
We're fast and loose in life, really.
I don't disagree with Miles here. But, horror adjacent, close enough for us. There's a bunch of blood and guts. And,
Close enough for us.
Science
Man,
fiction.
that's a pretty.
I
bar.
I would say body horror was the closest thing for me, especially when he takes his mask off, and there are elements of when they're building him, when he gets blasted away, and then that other dude gets blasted away. At least in the version I watched, which again might have been that director's cut.
It sounds
but
like it, yeah.
mine was quite bloody. I was really surprised,
Extremely.
honestly.
I don't think I got that cut. I didn't know that
that's too
existed.
bad.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
because-
It's pretty cool.
Like when they kill Murphy, they shoot him at least 20 times, and like
piece by piece they blast his like arm off first, and then hand, like just in his hand.
His hand is all I remember, and then the headshot, or like, I mean, and then there was there was a lot of shots in between that, but they didn't show detail really, as far as I recall.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I don't know. I was kind of like watching this movie and thinking about it in like through a horror lens, I guess. And I was like, you know, this is like on a certain level a very like anti-capitalist take on a Frankenstein story, because like this dude dies and they reanimate him, and he's a cyborg. You know, he's not just purely reanimated tissue or, you know, reanimated corpse or whatever. But even in like the way he's like big and bulky, and like in his movements, there's like very like awkward and stocky and. I don't know. There's like there's definitely a corollary happening there, and like Frankenstein I think deals more with like religion and like man wanting to play God, and this is definitely, I think it's got a touch of that happening, but it's very much, it's more about greed and like owning people to the most extreme point where like even in death you still technically own them and can do whatever you want with their body, which is like
that's illegal, right?
Yeah, it's a felony.
It's a felony.
Yes.
Such a bleak take on like a late capitalist kind of society. But I don't know. There's some sort of corollary there, and the first time I watched it, that was not on my mind. But knowing we were talking about it on our horror podcast, it kind of was this time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not. The thing is, like we've talked about this with Starship Troopers a little bit, and with Hollow Man probably. Which is just like Verhoeven doesn't go for subtlety. He's just laying it all the fuck out there.
Yeah.
The thing that I forgot about more than anything else in this rewatch, before this rewatch, was the fucking interstitial commercial breaks and things like that.
Yeah.
Like. Well, like the faux commercials, the fucking, oh my God, like the world building they do here is so fucking amazing. It's really like solid, like Terry Gilliam-esque, like horrifying shit that's like shot in this really like it's practical. It's all practical. So like they just kind of get like the way the camera moves and all this stuff or whatever. I don't know. I really love the way they really set the place here, and it's so biting, the things that they say. I'm trying to remember like the commercial that they had about a prosthetic heart or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like different brands you can buy.
Yeah, different brands. And he's like, this is the Cadillac of heart or something like that. Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, and by the way, we care or some shit like this. I'm like, my God, this feels so horrible and true. Oh, man.
Yeah. They have it opens up with them talking about like some African city. I don't remember the exact details, but like threatening to use like nukes on their own citizens if they don't calm the fuck down. It's just like,
and they're smiling and reporting it.
Like, the Star Wars space station that accidentally shoots a laser at California.
The lasers,
The competence of it is like my favorite.
It kills
like,
two presidents. Like.
In Santa Barbara, it's like, oh, so we mourn that. And now a commercial, and it's like, what was it, the Nukem game? The fucking board game?
Yeah, it was like ship.
Battleship.
Yeah.
The mom is playing it with her young kid, and she goes, listen, Buster, no more military aid. And like, if that's just not the state that we live in right now, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to kill a Nazi?
Yeah.
So yeah, like all that stuff. I mean, it's not hard to parse, but like I feel like that's the level that I was not getting when I watched it the first time, because I just wasn't attuned to that sort of thing at the time. At least not to the level we are now by de facto living in it. But yeah, I don't know. Like setting all that aside, though, like the aesthetics of this, I mentioned Terry Gilliam before. Like that's what I kept thinking about. I don't know if you guys have seen Brazil, but like I kept thinking about Brazil with this. It's like a slightly less dreamy version of that, and its like production value, I feel like, and like certainly like a little bit more like grounded than that movie is. That movie is very, very like dreamscapey and things, but it's the practical effects, that sort of like late 80s film quality. It's kind of like, and then like sort of these strange like low angles on things. Like it's very like it's hard to describe it. It's like comic booky in a way, but it's also cinematic. That shot where like the woman is about to get assaulted, and you just see the car drive up, and then the giant looming shadow of Robocop is one of my favorite shots in this movie. It's just fucking like that sort of thing is just all over the place. I really love the look is what I'm getting at.
There was another. I was curious if Randy had this moment in another horror-esque moment that actually was like really dark towards the end, where one of the thugs is driving the car and he drives it into the toxic waste. Did you have that, Randy?
Oh,
and he comes out and he's all
like
fucking melted and shit.
That shit ruled.
That was
the part where I was thinking about it too. I was like, okay, yeah, this is the horror scene if there is one.
Yeah, I mean that guy, when like I said, when he takes his face off and his skin is just like stretched across, and then he spends the rest of the movie looking like that. Like that was quite dark, and then him getting blasted away. That was all good body horror for me in the realm of horror. And so if you think about it through that Frankenstein lens, which I also had that thought too, specifically again towards the end when he's kind of like piecing himself back together and he moves even more like stiffly and stuff like that. I definitely had those Frankenstein vibes when everybody's out to get him, and he's the monster now.
They're basically like they're coming at him with torches and pitchforks essentially, and throughout the entire movie you know just like Frankenstein, like he's gathering more and more of his core memories and realizing he is human, and then like the humans are the monsters, and it's very Frankenstein-esque.
Now
really.
We have become the monsters.
Exactly. Doing the whole thing. We're the monsters now.
Mm-hmm.
What an
Red
awful
Foreman.
idea.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I was going to pivot, so if you got something relevant.
Oh, I was just going to talk about Red Foreman for a minute because he gives a fucking sterling ass performance in this movie.
He's such a problem in this movie.
Such a piece of shit. Like
damn.
It's not like mustache twirly. It's not like it's a very modern piece of shit, if that makes sense. He's an extra smug asshole who's very self-assured, but also like he's not putting on airs of anything. He is just like of the streets. All of his fucking cohorts do like the most chaotic shit that, like, you think about something like the way a crime boss is portrayed today. It's like Stringer Bell, very subdued, smart, like manipulator, like shit like that. He is not that at all. He's smart and he like can manipulate things, but he just lets these fucking dogs run wild on people. And like Emil's
he's
just out
almost
there,
like Joker-esque in the way that like Peter Burton did Joker, kind of has that same vibe.
That's a good call. Yeah. I don't know. I just really love that performance, and like every fucking thing he says is just dripping with disdain for fucking everything. I really, really loved it.
When he walks into that dude who has like the cocaine factory, and he like sticks his fingers in his wine, and like he's not afraid of fucking anybody or anything. No. Just like he's such a fucking problem, man. And when they get those like giant ass guns and just start blowing people's cars up and it's fucking wild.
God, that scene where they're just blasting they're blasting a building in
just
front of them, like
laughs.
the glass will tear you apart.
Yeah, dumbass.
But also too, I mean, the angle too from a horror aspect is a lot of stuff like this has been adapted or explored further in other things, like Black Mirror kind of comes to mind of things like that, but of they're like, well, he signed the police form or whatever, and they remove his arm on purpose because they're like, oh no, I mean, we want him to be all robot, so go ahead and take his arm. And he's like still conscious, but they make him eat this like baby food shit and paste, and and then they control everything, and you're just like an indentured servant like forever to like the corporation,
the
and
perfect
you can't
officer.
harm
You
them.
don't ever have to sleep. You work 24 hours a day. They don't have to pay you.
Yeah.
Well, I think it has actually, because of you saying that, it made me think like there's a little bit of like Get Out in this, in that he is like they tamp down any lingering humanity as much as possible. They literally give him no name. They I draw the correlation to Get Out because that they tamping down the humanity so that something else can be inserted in their place and can operate and use the talents of the physical form to pursue something other than what the owner of that personal form wants. That's
with as much control as possible.
Yeah, with as much control as possible, with no regard for the psychosis that must put you in as a person who's trapped in that situation. Basically.
Yeah, when he's able to listen, when we have the scenes of, when they're celebrating, the woman kind of kisses him, and you're just the horror of that idea, though, of, it is kind of, this is really a really horrifying thought to me, is to be stuck in some kind of coma or something where you are very aware of everything that's happening, but you can't move or you can't function in any real way like that. Those scenes were actually really intense for me, because I'm God, we're sitting here, everybody around you is celebrating or making decisions about you, or just talking openly about your situation, stuff like that, and you can hear and process it all, but you can't involve yourself, you can't save yourself, you can't protect yourself.
Those scenes are incredible, man. The point of view shot of him laying there on the table feels very ahead of its time, that
entire sequence of the reveal of his final form, his ultimate form, is fucking awesome. It is so well done. Even with some of the dated effects or whatever, that green grid lines drilling in was very silly by today's standards. But it's kind of cool, tapestry,
though,
it is.
It has a charm
because it drills and it zooms in or whatever.
There's it's little in-camera tricks or whatever that we've moved so far past that it kind of has a charm to it in and of itself. But even just taken as just beat for beat, the way that they reveal him, those you're always in his point of view. You see his murder. You see him coming online. You see them testing him. You see Miguel Ferrer talking shit to him and you're gonna be $1 billion product or whatever the fuck he says. And then eventually getting up and walking around, and he can kind of see hints of him in the monitors that he's passing by, where you can see little touches. That shit is fucking awesome. They should it's just an excellent cinematic reveal of your title character.
Yeah.
It's a scary attitude too, because like you said, oh, you're going to be this $1 million this $1 billion product. And it's the attitude of, it's so plausible to see this kind of approach today, because I think we're fed this kind of stuff well, we invested this amount of money in you. You wouldn't be alive if it weren't for us. I mean, you owe your life to the company. I mean, I know. Yeah. Just that kind of attitude of, well, we're not going to save you for free, or where, it's fucking dystopian horror shit that we live with there every day, honestly.
Already, just even taking aside the physical aspect, a data mining of our action activities online or in the physical world, tracking us, or shit that is something that data brokers exist, selling that exact material to advertisers so that we can get targeted with ads, and maybe fucking I don't know, Boeing will sell an extra ticket, you know what I mean, or whoever. I don't know, that they don't sell tickets, but
the feeling of this movie where it's where it constantly cuts to horrific news and ad breaks, especially I think it really got driven home to me when he's walking through his old house, and in every single room there's a screen with a digital realtor talking to him, trying to sell the house to him. That feeling of somebody's constantly trying to sell you something resonates so hard today.
Impersonable, non-personally too.
The
impersonability
just
of it.
Fucking screens constantly blasting ads into your eyeballs, fucking constantly. It drives me nuts.
And it's not even just that. It's the constant input is it also exists in another form. I noticed in the executive washroom scene, they've got stock tickers passing in front of the urinals and shit. There is no point where you can disengage from they can't disengage from the markets and what's going on with the company or whatever, and then the populace can't disengage from the fucking nightmare that they live in. There's just they just are constantly being bombarded with advertising. This is They Live again, and it's in many ways at least in terms of how the poor process it,
criticizing the Reaganomics and shit.
Well, also too, the way of the cop situation too, I thought was like handled really well, because you have these like kind of conflicting ideas where you see that people kind of struggle with the overall like philosophy, the morality of it, because you have these people who like these cops are getting killed, and it's like very obvious that it's through corruption. The corporations are driving this because they want to take control, so they're funding these criminals who are are killing cops. Are killing cops so that they can have their own. Oh well, the police aren't enough, and they're pushing the police to.
Sounds familiar.
You know, it's to strike.
Sounds extraordinarily familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
Militarizing the police, like so that you can sell more units of whatever tactical gear you have. You know,
but the regular people who actually want to help, you have the police chief who is being like, well, we can't leave society on its own, and then his subordinates being like, well, we're just getting slaughtered out there, and we're gonna strike, and then they strike, and then what happens? All the fucking riots come out. So we gotta unleash the big guns, or else society's gonna crumble. And now we gotta have our own privatized machines.
It just proves the CEO's point even more. And you're like, you can't blame them because the cops are being slaughtered. But at the same time, you're like, no, like
that is but it is intentionally so, and it is being like so that it can be portrayed to the public that way, so that like they can get justification for these major projects. And the thing is, like the line that I loved in this was when the main villain, whatever the chairperson or whatever of the company,
Dick Jones.
He's Jones. Yeah.
Dick Jones is talking to Miguel Ferrer in the washroom, and he's like, who gives a shit if it works? We had a pipeline to our military branch was like, I had contracts ready to go. We were going to sell 1 million units or whatever. Who gives a fuck if it works? Like, he does not.
It just
do not
blasted
care.
a man away,
right? Like
in the boardroom, and nobody like gives a shit about.
They got the
only person that cared was the old man, which is insane because the old man is not a fucking hero. Like none of these people are.
Well, it was that, and too, in the negotiation he made with fucking Red, because he's like, oh well, I got this new city that I'm building that's built just for these workers. And he's like, well, of course, workers need prostitutes, and they need drugs, and they need gambling, and they need things to distract them, which is just another pipeline. It's like, I'm giving them money to work for me, and then I'm also taking their money through these illegal activities, and then I'm also going to use those illegal activities to regulate them because I also control the police because I have a privatized military. Police.
Right.
It's just like
it's like you don't profit off of peace. You profit off of the status quo of chaos and presenting a supposed solution to that, even if it does not solve anything intentionally so. So like it's very true and fucked up, and I don't know what else we can say about it without just repeating what the movie is repeating, basically. Repeating our reality.
It's unfortunate that it seems like everything this movie is about has only just been like proven over the past several decades.
They say Idiocracy is a documentary. I don't know that Robocop isn't becoming a documentary.
Right? Like it feels that way. I guess we don't have cyborgs yet, but we've just got straight to the
they're
AI.
Working on it. They're working on the cyborgs.
The only reason they don't
got the chips in people's brains.
In your brain.
They're putting chips in your brain, and like your brain becomes a corporate property or some shit. Who knows? I don't fucking know. And neither do the people that are
the fucking advertisements that just show up on your eyeballs. Like I can't.
Yeah,
wait.
what a brave new fucking future for us.
Okay, but again, so taking the same argument about like, oh, you're still alive. I mean, you'd be dead if it weren't for us. So, okay, take somebody who can't walk, and then you get a brain in your brain. You get a chip in your brain in your chip.
You get a brain if you had one.
You get a chip in your brain, and okay, maybe all of a sudden like you can walk, but you owe your entire life to a corporation, or you constantly get ads shot into your brain 24/7. Well, isn't that a trade-off? Or you couldn't walk without us? It's like,
have you guys watched the newest season of Black Mirror yet?
I can't do that shit. Is too depressing.
The first episode is exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
It's what
I'm
it's
not
about.
surprised by
and
that.
It is
Yeah.
so fucking depressing. It's
That's the thing. That show became too real, man. I was like,
Yeah.
this
Well,
is
shit.
just too. When that teddy bear was like a little shit hologram, and he became president, I was like,
Yeah.
I
No,
can't do
that's-
this
yeah.
anymore.
I
can't
mean,
do this anymore.
that is also not a subtle show, but
Yeah,
it hits the points it means to hit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
the
Like the whole thing with there were, what was that movie, Crimes of the Future, that Cronenberg movie where body modification became a status thing or whatever. Like that's another thing that could be
How
explored
far
in the
you
same
mutilated
realm.
your body. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I'm sorry.
That's what I was saying. I see like some
connecting dots
there
a
is
little bit.
definitely some Cronenberg in here talking about, again, tying it back to the horror. I mean, I think there's for a Frankenstein tale, the body horror, the dystopian future, the bleakness of it all. I mean, I think there's enough there.
Yeah, I think so. Even if there was less, like I think just the sheer gore factor here, I think is enough. And you've got as far as the practical effects are concerned, like you've got Rob Bottin, who's sort of helming the practical effects here, and Phil Tippett, I believe, was sort of second in command. And those guys have done so much incredible work on so many horror movies. Rob Bottin I think he's really like made his name known by doing John Carpenter's The Thing. So I think the effects really for the most part really hold up. Like the design of Robocop looks incredible. Even the Ed 209 looks great. I think there's some stop motion stuff that to our modern eyes really easy to pick out, but I still think it looks really well done. Like it doesn't distract me.
Cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't look real. It looks cool though. I think honestly, if I'm being completely honest, one of the things that I think always before I waited a long time before I saw Robocop even the first time. And I think the reason for that was that I thought he kind of looked dumb. Like I don't know. I had an instant connection between Robocop and Terminator in my brain, and I fucking loved Terminator growing up.
Yeah,
I just thought Terminator looked badass as shit. It made perfect sense or whatever. It's this by comparison seemed hokey, but I did not know that hokiness was kind of part and parcel to what is being stated by the movie.
Sure.
This is a corporate, again, it's a corporate product. It needs to look appealing to the public as a boardroom might decide. And that's what I think they kind of do with the look of Robocop. And it works perfectly under those pretenses. I think that if I saw an action figure of Robocop and an action figure of the fucking T-800 as a kid at 8 years old, I would be way more drawn to the Terminator though. Just like it's a fucking metal skull. It's incredible. It's fucking awesome. But this, I don't know. I think that did me some disservice because I was not really understanding what the point of the movie was, certainly, because I hadn't seen it. And also I was comparing it to something that was trying to achieve something very, very different. Still a hard sci-fi about the dangers of whatever, like future thinking about where things could go and where technology could take us. Same bedrock, but different scaffolding. So I just couldn't see the forest for the trees. That said, knowing what I know now about it, I do think he looks pretty rad. It fits exactly what it needs to be.
Yeah, I feel that anyway, for sure.
Kind of walked myself in a circle there, but that was my journey with it. I was I started off kind of being I don't know, that looks kind of dumb.
But yeah, I think having Terminator with this is difficult. Yeah, because you're right. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's fucking huge, and he's got the leather jacket, and he's dropping the classic action one-liners I'll be back and shit like that. He's got the shotgun and stuff. I like the gun in this kind of reminded me of Underworld, the automatic pistols or whatever. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Never seen it.
Kind of wish they had more of that.
It was a cool gun. I don't know, the gunplay scene where he's at the range or whatever, and everybody's just what the fuck? That was pretty great. I thought. I don't know, but yeah, he uses it somewhat effectively for a while, but by the end, really the hang up is just the Directive 4 thing. I guess is really Shanghai's the whole situation for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know what I was interested in about this movie though, watching it this again was Murphy, like, I understand, like, he's been kind of like forcibly disassociated from his personality, but he does not connect with his family at all.
That was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
I thought he for sure would. I don't know if he ever does. I've never seen any of the sequels, so
I don't know. I mean, they move, and maybe he doesn't know where they went to, but he also like doesn't really try to find out, I guess.
Right.
But
he goes and he has.
But I guess he
memories or
doesn't
whatever.
find out about that until they're at the steel mill, I think, right? Isn't that when she kind of drops the lines when he's already like repairing himself? So at that point, he can't really.
Well, no, because he did go to the
goes to
house
the
before
house.
that.
I mean, he goes to the house. What I'm saying, like when he has the discussion with her about when she says,
Okay.
"Oh, she went to your funeral, Murph, and she
Yeah.
thought you were dead," and they moved away. Like I think that was after he's gotten blasted. So I mean, at that point, we're heading toward the end of the movie. So, but I also had that thought, like the thing of him going to the house. I was like, "Oh man, this is intense." But yeah, to never have them as any kind of element, I was like, "Oh." That's,
Well,
I mean,
kinda
I
were,
feel like
though.
that would be a huge element this time, right?
For
Like
sure.
the kids would get kidnapped by the villain or the wife, or like that would
Or at
be
least-
the driving motivation of the robot to do something good,
I don't know that it necessarily would be or not, but like because he's been so like segmented mentally, but like he clearly goes through these like emotional moments of reliving these things and seeing his wife say, "I've got to tell you something," and then it kind of feels like, oh, maybe they broke up, and then later on it just finishes that thought, and she's like, "I love you," which I thought was really funny. Like, oh, okay, it's not dramatic at all. It's just really, really sad.
There is, but during those flashbacks, a Halloween flashback, making this
There
a
is.
Halloween
Whoa,
Oh my
sneaky
God.
Halloween, boys.
Perfect.
Right, heading right into
I know.
Oh,
first
I can
week of
feel the
spooky
fall leaves
season,
just
boys.
talking about RoboCop. Yeah.
There
but no,
is.
like-
They're carving out the pumpkins.
Yeah, you got the silver Shamrock Man in here playing the old man.
I do love that. That kid's fucking devil costume is the exact like cheesy ass devil costume I have sought for years to wear, and for some reason they just don't sell like the cheeky silly ones anymore. I don't know. I can't find them anywhere. But
Gotta make
that's
it
that's
now
a
already.
total aside, I guess so.
Gotta
What was I going to
3D
say though
print
about
that
like the
shit
family
up.
though? Like it could have been resolved. I don't know that they needed to like have them be like hostages or anything, but like they could have done like the Men in Black scene where
You spying on them.
yeah, where Kay is like watching his wife through satellite or whatever. Like he looks up where his wife is now or whatever,
Enhance.
and decides that it is in her best interest that he stay away or some shit like that. Like
And he
it
switches
would have been
to
a
the
one
shower
scene thing.
cam, and
and let nature take its course.
Got a robo boner.
I'm part man, remember? But no, I don't know. It could like it's not the biggest qualm in the world because I think this movie is pretty like solidly complete. It's just that they have those scenes talking about like showing how much his family meant to him or whatever, and then there's just no follow up on that. It's just like taken as like this is the milk that has been spilled. There's no unspilling the milk. He can't get his family back. He can't speak to his family on the level he used to. I get like there's no
Can't drink
attempt
the
or
milk.
thought about it.
You can't put
I
the
don't
milk
know.
back in the bag.
You can't put the milk back in the cow, as Mama always said.
She always
bag milk
said
kind of
that.
freaks me out. I don't like that.
Well,
It feels like I don't know, faker
Little milk
than,
bladders.
like, carton
Oh
milk.
yeah,
I
it
don't
just
know,
doesn't.
like-
I don't know, it kind of
Faker?
ruins it for me.
yeah, I don't know.
It's-
Like it's, I don't know.
I don't like it in a bag.
I don't like it in a jug. I don't. Like
how
it.
did we get here? Okay, I made a bad
you brought up
analogy,
the
and here
milk.
we
It's
are.
your fault.
I blame myself.
Some of the, I mean, most of it looks really good. I guess the robot, some of it kind of reminded me, it's a little janky, which is not too bad because it was the 80s and
Yeah, when Ed
There you-
209 falls down the stairs and like can't
Yeah.
get up and starts like screaming, I felt like that was kind of a weird choice. I was like, why is it
The screaming, the animals howls and growls
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
That was strange, but
Yeah.
like
I was trying to
love
think
that-
of some negatives.
I really loved that he fell down the stairs though, because it's just like another layer of like, oh, this product is bullshit. It's
Yeah.
all hype.
All I gotta do
And
is go
buddy,
down the
we know
stairs.
something about products that suck that are all hype and all aesthetic. We know a little something about that.
It's called
I mean-
Straight Chillin'.
Well, I was gonna, yeah.
all hype? I don't even think we have the hype.
Everybody hypes us. Yeah. No.
No hype, all
it's
shit.
just-
Straight chilling.
It's just like, I don't know, man. All style, no substance sort of thing. And they don't care. That's not what it's there for. It's there to sell units to the military and at the behest of the public who is clamoring for something because they have engineered a situation that would cause them to demand it.
Well, and also too, I love how but it takes everything to the extreme. So even at the end, it's like you are parked illegally. You have 20 seconds to move your car.
Or you
It's
get
like
blasted.
yeah, you're gonna fucking shoot a rocket at your ass.
Yeah, there's a little Judge Dreddiness in that, isn't there?
Yeah. Ooh,
Judge
that's another
Dredd.
one we can cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That new one where he's in the tower or whatever. I've never
Dredd.
seen the original, actually.
Me either, actually. Somebody pick it. Just pick it.
That's another one that's kind of similar. You got your Terminator, your Robocop, and I feel like Dredd kind of also too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fits
Big
into
violent
that realm.
Cyborgian or like dystopian situations.
Anything else you guys want to hit
Militia
on
Man.
before we rate this out of 5?
I don't think so, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've just gushed, and I too am trying to think of a lot of any negatives I can. Excuse me, but I think I'm tapped.
Well, let's do it. Out of 5, Rand Diesel, why don't you kick us off? How do you feel about RoboCop?
I'm feeling pretty high on this movie. Again, it's not my first watch, and it's definitely an improvement on my feelings towards it from the first watch. I like the family aspect and a few of those other like lingering things do kind of bother me just a little bit, but only like when I really interrogate those things. As a whole, I think the movie is very successful at what it's trying to show and what it's like pointing at. It does not mince words about any of that shit. It is very forthright about it, and also very bombastic in a very entertaining way. Everything looks cool, like cinematography wise. Everything sounds great for the most part. The effects, the practical effects, are all really, really cool. If sometimes a little dated, then certainly charming. Like, and the fucking talent here, like I really love a lot of these actors. Fucking Ray Wise and Miguel Ferrer pulling in from the Twin Peaks cast. Fucking love that. Yeah, and what the old man Dan O'Herlihy or whatever. Like I really like him in Halloween 3, and I had forgotten that he's in this. I was really psyched to see him. He didn't get a ton to do, but he is just like the perfect, like, I don't know, snake in the grass, old statesman guy. He's really, really good at that. Peter Weller does an incredible job, of course. Nancy Allen is Detective Lewis or whatever. Like she does a great job. Like I'm really psyched that this movie did not go the route of making it like a sexual relationship or anything like that. They just kind of like dodged that bullet entirely. It did not need to exist that way. It was just like a fraternal sort of bond between these people. I really like that. I don't know. I could just go on and on about the things I liked about this movie. And it's very hard for me to conjure enough negatives to really justify, I would say less than, I'm going to go for a 5, I think. And, maybe one day I'll watch it again and feel a little bit less enthused, but I find it hard to believe that I will.
A 5 for Rand Diesel. Juice, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel in a similar kind of way. It was fun to revisit this. And yeah, I was trying to like come up with some negatives because we talked a lot about the positives. I mean, just going over the positives, the messaging is like crazy relevant, has stuck around and is still sharp today. And the inclusions of the newscast and the little commercials and stuff like that, I think worked really well. And it's something we kind of mentioned about being disappointed with Hollow Man, like how we knew, he could write these kind of like really potent messages. And I think this one is like the pinnacle of that. Starship Troopers did a good job too, but yeah, it's just scary, relevant today. And yeah, it's got a lot of cool things going for it. The special effects are really cool. A lot. I liked the gore. I really liked the director's cut. I would encourage Randy to seek that one out. And I thought that one held up. I guess really the only kind of maybe negative is, like I said, some of the movements are dated and a little janky. And then they really do lean into the kind of goofiness element. Like, I feel like, we're talking about like Terminator, for instance. I feel like this definitely leans more into the goofiness aspect, but I also think that's part of like Paul Verhoeven's like deal too. Starship Troopers is quite goofy as well. It's got this layer of like levity kind of built in, this kind of silliness,
like
comic bookiness, over the top. Yeah. And it complements it for the most part, but there are some times where I'm like, this is maybe a little cartoony or a little silly, maybe, but it didn't really like hurt anything necessarily for me. I just kind of was noticing it, I guess, as compared to something like I don't feel like Terminator really has that kind of goofiness, but it's been a little while since I've seen Terminator,
it's a lot more self-serious than this is, or that certainly more than Starship Troopers is like very blatantly like intentionally silly in its presentation.
I think Starship Troopers is definitely even more silly. For sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe this has maybe room to fall, but I really liked watching it after not seeing it for a long time and not seeing it as an adult to process some of these like adult themes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 as well. It might have room to fall just a scotch, maybe, based on like some of the datedness, but overall I had a really fun watch going through it this time, and it held up really well. Bob, how do you feel out of 5?
Solid 1 star. Too much CGI.
Oh my god.
This movie's great. We've been gushing about this for like an hour basically. I think the movie absolutely achieves what it sets out to achieve in a way that I don't know that you could really improve upon it. Like if you were going to nitpick it at all, I guess you could say the effects might be a little dated. The vibe of the movie's a little dated. The look's a little dated, but I think, it's a product of its time, and unfortunately, it stands the test of time and is even more relevant today, I think, than back in 1987. Any like beef that you might have with how it looks, or like with the aesthetic, or the practical effects, I think for me that just adds an extra layer of charm to it, really. So it's not even really like much of a negative. I think the acting here is fantastic. The writing is like so sharp. It's so cutting. It's also like just extremely funny. Like it does have a bit of a goofy tone to it, but like there's a lot of moments in this movie, as dark as it is, that is just so fucking funny to me. Like, the bitches leave line, the guy who's like robbing the convenience store, and the mom and pop who like own it.
Fuck me.
He just keeps saying fuck me. They're hiding their safe under a bunch of cans of Miller Lite, and he like shoots the dude in the dick. Like that whole scene is just funny.
Can I tell you, there's a shirt that I have seen around. I feel like maybe Super Yaki or somebody made it, that is just the phrase, "You remember that time Robocop shot that dude in the dick?" And I now think I need to own it, maybe.
I remember.
I might need to own that shirt.
Your move.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Creep.
I had to bring that up.
Like all that shit's hilarious. Almost everything Red Foreman says is hilarious. What's his name? Morton, the sort of young executive, just doing like a pile of cocaine off some woman's tits in his apartment, like
and congratulating her on her intellect. I love that. I love smart women. Smart is so sexy. And all she did was talk about how great he was, like just complimented him. That's literally it.
There's a lot of humor in this, and I think it gets to its point immediately in a way that you can't really criticize in any way. Like it's just great. It's just very well crafted. Acting is great. Editing is great. The music is great. I think the practical effects are great. Like, I don't know, man. It's a 5-star. It's a classic. I mean, it's like a bona fide all-time classic. Like, you gotta watch it. You gotta do it. That's a straight up 5 stars from the Straight Chilling.
Whoa, you
yeah,
pick. That's how you do it. That's got to be one of the highest you picks. Not a lot of you picks get 5 stars.
It's rare.
It's a rare club for sure.
It is rare. And it's a Halloween movie, so that's like
and
like
it
5.5
was sneaky
stars.
Halloween. Wow.
Whoa.
You really?
And there's Yabos.
That's like 6 stars.
5.5.
Oh yeah.
Your code. Can
My
it breach
code.
the laws of the score?
Cocaine dusted Yabos too. That's like a full star. If you guys do end up picking a movie for us to review on the show, we encourage you to send over either a voicemail or an email with your own thoughts and ratings. Your boy Nouse chose to send over a voicemail. Let's go ahead and hear what he has to say.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nas here, letting y'all know my opinion on my U pick for this week, Robocop. I picked this movie because it's probably my favorite movie of all time. Like, this movie, I remember my dad introducing me to Robocop on a quite young age. I was probably 10 or 11 when I first watched this movie. I loved it back then. I love it right now. I just watched it again, like right now. I just stopped the movie and I just started recording this. I know this movie is not quite a horror, but it's still a damn good movie, man. Like the action scenes in this, the first one that comes to mind is the cocaine factory scene. Like that action scene is it's just crazy, man. The Robocop busting down the door, hitting poses while he shoots everyone. He be throwing his hand in the air and somebody dies and he shoots that guy and 3 other guys fly into boxes somewhere. And then the cocaine flying everywhere. He shoots you while he's not even looking at you. Like it's crazy, man. Like the scenes. And then he throws the villain Clarence. He just throws him through windows. And you just know the actor. I forgot his name right now, but you know they needed an actor with a pretty ass mouth for this movie. Like they needed a model mouth for this movie because all the acting Robocop does is with his mouth and his movement, and oh my god, the movement is perfect, man. He is so robotic like. So the actor is, I forgot his name. I love this movie and I don't even remember the guy's name, but another scene that comes to mind is Alex's kill scene. Like when Clarence shot his hand off and then he get loaded with bullets inside of him. His arm flies off, but he gets shot in the head and then he just lies there as bloody. Another scene is then, of course, the scene where he fights at 209 and it's just explosions here and there and he gets shot by the police then and then is so on. It leads to the end scene where he finally gets to kill Clarence. Like that's the only nitpicky thing I have about this movie is that Clarence was like the big guy of Detroit. He was the crime boss. But then he gets such a lame death. He just gets stabbed in the throat. Like this was a revenge. On the end, it was kind of a revenge thing for Alex, and then he just stabs him. I know he was stuck under metal and shit, but man, he shot your hand off and then shot you through the head. Like you could do a lot more than just stab him, you know. But also, the first thing I noticed when you see this movie is like the commercials and the news reports. It's so different, and that makes this movie even more fun. Also, there are yabos in this movie. I totally forgot that. Like I skip over it always in the beginning because it goes so fast. But there are yabos in this movie, so soju. That half star has to be there. So, but yeah, otherwise this movie is a 5 out of 5 for me, man. It's so good. Like the CGI in this movie is not bad. It's also not super good, but it's not terrible. It holds up, in my opinion. It holds up. But yeah, it's a 5 out of 5. This movie is just it's a masterpiece for me, man. I love it so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I can't wait to hear y'all's opinion on it. But yeah, keep chilling, guys, and bye-bye.
We completely failed to mention Peter Weller's absolutely kissable mouth.
It's
I am
so pretty.
Ashamed of us.
You got a pretty mouth, son.
Damn, that's a good looking mouth.
Ooh, you got to have a pretty mouth to be Robocop. That's one of the requirements.
All right, son, I'm going to need to see that mouth. I'm going to give you this role.
Purse it for me. Purse it good. Yeah, no, I mean,
Lord.
we didn't comment that much on the action sequences, like at least not a ton, like either, which were pretty damn good.
Yeah, but I feel like for an action movie, I mean, because of the way he moves or whatever, you know, it's, I don't know, maybe it's less than some other action movies. Like even a movie like Die Hard, where there's a lot of shooting.
Yeah.
So his movements kind of limit him.
He does throw
feeling pain is kind of rare and kind of doesn't play that well.
He does.
I would say
he does. Now was talking about this, but he throws Clarence through like 8 plate glass windows in that cocaine factory, just like over and over and over again. Yeah. That shit's very, very funny.
Well, and that's
when he
shoots
the part of the guy
action.
Through the woman's dress. Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
That was great. Yeah. Shot him in the dick.
Yeah,
it's
just blasting dudes in the dick.
I remember, dude. I don't know, man. I really liked. As far as the action goes, though, like RoboCop himself, notwithstanding, like the fucking watching people like hurl themselves into the like over cars, like the fucking guy, the guy who was like irradiated at the end because of the toxic waste, like when he explodes or whatever, like
liquefies. Yeah.
The thing is, like, these are not CGI. You can tell these fucking stunt people are putting in the goddamn work.
That was when a real man.
They fall fucking hard.
Yeah, he exploded.
He got liquefied.
Yeah, and they exploded a guy for this movie. No, I don't know. Like people just are being like, it's not like slow-mo choreographed, like I don't know, like to make a shittier like a shitty Steven Seagal action sequence where it's like, or like TV action sequence where it's like you flip somebody over your shoulder and you just go slow motion like. It's none of that. It's just like people just bursting through shit. Like it's pretty great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I love Nouse's one critique was like, could have used some more gore when they finally killed Red Foreman. Not quite enough.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but
it could have been more
I guess
cool.
because the guy before him exploded. Yeah. She blasted his ass, and the other dude, liquefied, getting hit by a car. So that was enough. But
they could have traded those deaths, and it might have worked like a little bit more, like it felt more justice. But I'm not too bothered because to me, the big bad. As bad as Clarence is, like as much of a human
it's kind of Dick Jones, and he gets thrown
Dick
out
Jones
the window.
Is the guy.
Dick Jones,
he's the cause.
I will say his graphics probably look the worst. Him falling looks so janky. Did y'all see that?
I found it, but I found it really charming to like Rob was saying. I really like it just
looks so ridiculous.
Yeah, you compare it though to like fucking Alan Rickman and Die Hard, and it's a whole different game.
Yeah,
if they had done just something a little bit more like that, it probably would have been better.
And that's just
I'm not
what, 2 years
apart
apart. I mean, so it's not even necessarily a time thing.
A little edge of silliness really helps this movie for me. Like the movie is not taking itself seriously enough for me to be that bothered. I think
when Dick Jones was taking a shit and Morton's taking a piss and like talking shit about Dick Jones while he's taking a shit, and then he walks out of the shitter and he's like, "Yeah, I used to call my boss dirty words like." Metal button boner and even asshole once.
I'm even asshole.
Even asshole.
I love that because he's like, and you crossed the line, buddy boy. And I was like, oh man, this is such an impotent rage right now. But then he like goes on to like fucking sexually assault Miguel Ferrer by grabbing his hair and shit. Like fucking weird shit. That's a power move by a horrible human being.
Anyway, great shit.
Yeah.
Funny shit. Thanks
Good
for the
stuff,
pick,
buddy.
Mouse. Really, really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and jump over to our Rotten Tomatoes segment. See what the critics and users have to say about Robocop.
Certified fresh to death.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rotten Tomatoes segment in which we have these two gentlemen guess within the best of their abilities what the aggregate positive score is for Robocop on RottenTomatoes.com. We are starting, as we always do, with the critics, which is called the Tomatometer, and then moving on to the users, which is called the Poopometer. There are 86 critical reviews to account for the Tomatometer here. Bob, I'm going to start with you today. What percentage of those 86 reviews would you consider to be positive?
I feel like this has got to be high, like super high. I'm going to take 95.
95. All right. Soju, where are you coming in at? Over, under, far below?
Yeah, this is gonna be high. Ooh, I think I'll just be safe though and take the under. You said 95, right, Bob?
Yeah.
I'll take 93 then. Maybe there's a tie in there.
93. Well, no, there will be no tie, but one of you is just 1 percentage point away from the correct answer. The correct answer being 92% certified fresh. Soju's walking with this one.
I was like, oh no, if it's 96, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Instead, I get to gloat.
Instead, I get to say, Ellie!
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
And try
I
to
was really
sneak it
hoping
in
for
this
more of a
time,
ramp up,
boys.
but I set you up. Yeah, so that's
I was hoping you were going to tease me for a little bit, kind of edge me there a little bit. Yeah.
Edge me a little
That's
bit.
what I was kind of hoping.
When's he going to give
Buy me
it to
dinner
Oh, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. He's just withholding. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Oh, it's
I'm gonna roll my eyes, but secretly I love it.
I'll buy it for $1.
what this is.
I'll buy it for $1.
I'll buy it all for $1. All right, let's move on. 92% certified fresh, very high indeed. You guys were right on the money with that. I kind of expected that as well, but let's move over to the Poopometer and see what the users have to say. There are 100,000 plus ratings for the users, a much larger sample size here. Keep that in mind as you guess. Soju, why don't you pick us up here? What do you think that percentage is going to be?
I think it's still going to be very high, but when you have such high numbers, there's going to be some negative, I think. So I'll go down just a scotch and I'll say 88.
88. Bob, how about you?
I'll take a 90, please. Maybe we can tie.
90. All right. Well, I'm sorry to say again, no tie. I love this new method though. It's just because it's just 2 percentage points away from each other on every movie. Let's see, a little bit more of a gap here, 4 percentage point difference.
Oh.
And the correct answer being, of course, 84%. Soju's sweeping this week.
Fuck!
The littlest chimney sweep strikes again.
Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck me!
Damn, Bob.
Take it hard, why don't you?
It's the only way I take.
All right.
We're just innocent, man.
We're just normal, man.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. All right. Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, 84%. That's a little lower than I actually thought too. I would have been closer to what Bob put, I think, but you had Bob.
the numbers are so high. Yeah, there's gonna be
it's a tough
some.
one. And this is certainly a beloved movie, but sometimes that doesn't always translate the way you think it will.
Yeah.
So with that, I don't think there was a critics consensus here. Oh, there is. I'm sorry. The critics consensus reads as follows: while over the top and gory, RoboCop is also a surprisingly smart sci-fi flick that uses ultra violence to disguise its satire of American culture. Disguise. I don't even know.
Disguised.
I would say.
Yeah.
Not remotely.
That's the one word I would leave a note on that. Yeah.
Robots in disguise, boys.
More than meets the eye. All right. I'm going to read a couple of negative reviews. Let's see what it has to say. Robocop relies for most of its impact, and more disturbingly for much of its comedy, on an absurd exaggeration of physical force. Relies for most of its impact. Absurd exaggeration. I mean,
this could never happen. Corporations would never militarize.
The violence is
I
way
think he's
over the
talking about
top.
like.
I know.
I think he's talking about shooting dudes in the dick and so on.
Don't blast my dong, guy.
Disturbing.
Whoa.
This person's just like, I guess, anti-violence, I guess, but like
What
this
a
movie
loser.
is commenting specifically on violence. So I don't know, like the
He's probably
absurdity of it.
European.
Chicago Tribune. I don't know.
He doesn't realize that everybody has a gun in America.
Times
Everybody's
3.
packing. Yep.
I just have
I got-
one on me. I didn't say that's all I had.
Uh,
You gotta come packing when you're podcasting. All right, you never know when you
course.
gotta
Yeah,
start
you got-
blasting.
When you're in the blue room,
I
you got
start
to
one.
protect the goods,
You got-
you know?
They're trying to get my blues, boys. Woo!
They're coming for my blues. The government don't
It's
want me
blue
to have
gold.
my
There's
blues.
gold in them blues. It's blue.
All right, one more negative review. Let's go. The story amounts to a celebration of brute force in a crudely etched Law and Order context. Boy, I can hear the whistling sound of the point flying over this person's head. Oof. All right, that's all I got. Unless you guys want to contribute to that, we'll just jump over to some trivia. I think, right?
Oh yeah, pile of trivia. Let's do it.
It's totally time for trivia.
Boys, the budget for this movie was apparently about $13 million. It grossed $53 million at the box office, and God only knows how much money was in them blues. Cause damn.
I mean, you tell me. You bought one of them.
I mean,
Just one, maybe. Maybe.
With a booklet, too. So, I mean, you know.
I mean,
that's
paper
pricey.
doesn't just grow on trees. That shit's very expensive. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure this was sold on like Laserdisc, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. Like, I mean, damn. The money in the video games, in the sequels, in the action figures. It's all about the merchandising.
How many sequels they got on this? I wonder.
3 and a remake. Well, so like the original 2 sequels and then a remake.
Okay.
To my
Yeah, I wonder about those sequels. I wonder if they're any
They had a
good.
TV series, it looks like.
Paul Verhoeven didn't do it. Yeah, didn't they have like a Saturday morning cartoon or
They
something?
also had a
Yeah,
they had a
yeah.
live action show.
Oh, really? I
And-
didn't know about the live
yeah,
action.
Yeah, I didn't either until
It's a little too much there, I think.
definitely. Well, I mean, like this is the thing: is like a movie critiquing conservative capitalism, then being used as like just a money, just a bank for the owners
We're
of the
the
IP.
problem.
Fucking
Yeah.
Well,
America.
mostly Bob, but
Fucking
we're
America.
Nothing
involved a
Americans
little
love
bit
to
too.
buy more than satire of American consumerism.
Tell me I'm an idiot.
We're so
Please.
stupid. Let me pay you.
Please tell me. Your boy Rob Bottin was tasked with designing the Robocop costume. He researched the Star Wars character C-3PO and its stiff costume, which made movement very difficult. Bottin was also influenced by robot designs in Metropolis from 1927, as well as The Day the Earth Stood Still from 1951, as well as
I can
several
see that.
comic book superheroes. Apparently made about 50 different designs, and Verhoeven wanted it to be like very robotic, and he ended up being influenced by a Japanese illustrator by the name of Hajime Sorayami, which I'm unfamiliar with. But yeah, The Day the Earth Stood Still, I totally see that influence for sure.
Well, yeah, it's that like mono eye or what? Oh yeah, I'm looking at Hajime Sorayama's stuff right now, and yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very, very Metropolis inspired stuff. The
The RoboCop costume took 6 months to build, with flexible foam latex, semi and completely rigid polyurethane, and fiberglass helmet. There are moving sections joined with aluminum and ball bearings. 7 costumes were made, including a fireproof version and some other variations where it showed damage. And I guess depending on the suit, it either weighed 25 to 80 pounds. And the gun he was using was an Auto 9, is called an Auto 9 in the movie, but it's actually a Beretta 93R with an extended barrel and a larger grip.
Whoa.
For all you gun
to
nuts.
extend the barrel of a Beretta, you are compensating for something.
Well, it's really just
tiny wiener.
Driving that point.
That's really
home.
all that you got to compensate.
I guess it's a blown off wiener in Robocop's case.
Dude, he couldn't stop blasting dudes' dicks off. That is.
I mean, maybe it's because his own dick was blasted and he knows what.
Maybe
hurts.
He's compensating for something.
For no dick.
Be.
This robot has no dick.
We have a dickless robot coming out shooting people in the dick. You don't think that's a problem?
The suit apparently was so heavy, your boy Peter Weller lost about 3 pounds a day from just water weight.
Holy fuck.
They eventually installed an air conditioner, which helped, but god damn.
Jesus Christ, dude.
My suit needs an air conditioner.
Yeah, I'm melting.
He's just got a big metal thing buzzing on his back.
That's insane. Yeah, just like industrial size
window unit.
The man just takes off and flies into space. The screenplay had been offered to and rejected by virtually every big director in Hollywood before Paul Verhoeven got a hold of it. He received it while on holiday in France and threw it in the trash after reading just a few pages, convinced it was a dumb action movie. After going for a swim, his wife found it, Martine, and she started reading it and finished it. And he walked in and said, well, that's just a piece of shit. What are you doing? And I guess his wife said, nah, dog, this shit's amazing. And it's got a bunch of satirical and allegorical elements to it, and convinced him to direct the movie.
Another woman saving Hollywood, boys.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Tale as old as time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well done. Bitches stay.
Put that on a hat. I'll wear it.
I will not. I'm going to actually strike it from the record, if I may.
No, it lives on forever. AI's going to pick it up.
Forever.
It's your new catchphrase.
Croc made me say it.
It's going to be on the next, the 8K release. Bitches Stay. Randy from Straight Chilling Podcast.
I thought you were saying 8K
Straight Chilling release.
Straight Chilling compendium, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, blasting through these. The repeated line, I'd buy that for $1, comes from Cyril M. Combluth's short story called The Marching Morons, which presents a similarly cynical view of an over-commercialized future that's desensitized to violence and war. A radio game show in that story uses the line, I'd buy that for $0.25 as its signature phrase.
Can't imagine what that would look like.
I would buy that for $10. Inflation.
I'll buy that for $1 million.
As someone who lives in South Korea, I'll never know what that looks like.
Famously, no problems ever in South Korea. On the Criterion Edition DVD commentary track, executive producer John Davison and writer Edward Neumeier both relate the film to the decay of American industry from the 1970s through the early 1980s, with the abandoned Rust Belt-style factories that Robocop and Clarence Boddicker's gang use as hideouts, reflecting this concern. Which, yeah, I mean, it looks like Detroit, like, I guess present-day Detroit. So I think Detroit's come back a little bit since...
I think Detroit's, like, on the rise, the scotch, right?
I think so. Probably everybody realized...
People are making their way there. I mean, tell it to Barbarian, I guess, but... Yeah, it's on the. It's got its
coming
parts
up. I think Eminem bought the whole city and just is giving away free houses or something, and now it's fine.
There you go.
Power to the Motor City, man.
What else we got here? Apparently, I did not double check this, but I found this as IMDb trivia. Former President Richard Nixon was hired to promote the home video release for this. And they paid him $25,000 for the spot, and he just donated the money to the American Boys Club.
What
That sounds made up, but I don't know.
That doesn't seem.
Well, he wouldn't be the
possible to me.
Richard Nixon.
Former president.
Well, I know, yeah. That's weird.
Very hard for me to believe. I'm gonna have to see footage of that to believe that.
Footage. Yes. The old man was apparently based on Ronald Reagan, and the corporation's policies were emphasized greed and profit over individual rights. The police are deliberately underfunded, and the creation of Robocop aims to replace them with a more efficient force. Jones admits that it does not matter if Ed 209 works. Randy, I think you mentioned this actually throughout our conversation, because they have the contracts ready for like all the spare parts. So like they're not trying to churn out a decent product because they got your balls in a fucking vice, just like Apple. Yeah.
And if they solve the problem, they can't make money off of the problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
You gotta have the problems to make the money, boys.
You gotta manufacture
That's what I
the
learned
problem
from the Gipper.
before you manufacture a good product.
Oh yeah.
That's
the solution, you know.
That's
you gotta have the problem first.
This is the last bit I have here. The film was nominated for 3 Oscars, including Best Sound Editing, and Best Film Editing. It ended up winning for Best Sound Editing.
Okay.
So
yeah,
3 noms.
I can buy that.
1 win.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's all I got for trivia. Let's go ahead and talk about our Cooter of the week.
Straight chillin'. Cooter of the week.
Juice, what is a Cooter and why do we hunt them?
Oh, Cooter is a character type and a straight chillin' exclusive. Cooter has to hit 3 of these 5 points to be considered a Cooter, and we want the Cooter with the most points. The 5 points of Cooterdom are sexual deviance, manipulation, smug arrogance, overall look and attire, and overall patheticness. I believe we have probably quite a lot of Cooters, actually. I would say maybe Clarence or Dick Jones are top of my list, but also what's his name? Emil might hit as well.
Yeah, and Clarence.
Yeah, well, I said Clarence and Dick Jones. So let's
Emil,
Clarence. Let's start with him. Clarence, smug arrogance.
Got it.
Yes,
for sure.
Got it.
Yes.
Manipulation, yes.
Yeah.
He's playing both sides.
Overall patheticness. He doesn't get shot in the dick.
Robocop does whip his ass, and he immediately is just like, "I work for Jones. I work for Jones."
That's true. That is a pathetic moment. Yeah, that is.
I don't know. Like he also watched like half of his dudes get blown to shit right before that. So I don't know if I wouldn't do the same.
True,
thing.
but he's a narc.
Jones.
I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah. Nothing more pathetic than narking to save your own life from a robot killer.
Precisely, Randy. Thank you for clarifying.
I couldn't possibly sell out my best friend, this CEO who sucks and
my
hates
best
my
friend,
guts.
Dick.
My best friend, Dick Johnson.
Looking at Tyre, do you got anything goofy going on? I think so.
No, I mean, the worst he gets is like by being thrown through so many plate glass windows, he gets scarred up.
Yeah, scarred up.
Cenobite or something.
Yeah,
but that's it.
And that's just hot.
And was there any sexual deviance? I don't think there was, though.
Not specifically from him.
No, I don't think so. All right.
I think he kind of like his gang. Not totally. We're doing all kinds of shit, but him alone. No, I'm thinking not.
Well, shall we move over to old Dick Jones? Manipulation, check. Smug arrogance,
big
check.
Smug arrogance, yeah,
big time.
Sexual
Overall
deviance.
Sexual deviance. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say for sexual deviance, I submit, and you guys, I feel like this will be contentious maybe, but him grabbing Miguel Ferrer's hair is like a sexually charged power move to do to somebody.
Oh yeah,
it's like he's got that iron butt on him, and
it's just it's a weird, intimate way of threatening somebody.
How do you do it, Randy?
Oh, just ransom letter like a normal.
Just grab him by
person.
the dick like a normal dude.
I just grab him by the dick and give him a real quick threatening jerk.
Just grab him by the balls, you know. You got him in your control.
Just give him a quick, like you're like cocking a
How's your
shotgun.
father?
Give him a quick little flick on the dick tip.
Dude,
let
a
him know
ball tap
who's
will
boss.
send a man to his knees.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Just takes a
I've
little
explained
tap.
this to many women in my life.
My dog basically punched me in the
gotta
balls
watch for
today.
This is how I like it, ladies.
This is no,
Not
more
too
tap.
hard, but not too soft. You gotta let me know you're there. This is, he's got like an instructional video he made.
Yeah. That's how we do it, man.
This is how Randy
Oh, man.
likes his balls to be stepped on.
Oh my lord!
Jesus
Don't do that,
I can't even think.
Bob.
That's horrible.
Bob, what's
Who's
wrong
taking
with
it
you?
there, Bob? What does the fucking matter?
I mean, it's your
with
tape, Randy. It's not mine.
you? God damn.
As long as I'm not involved in any of those.
I'll buy that for $1, but I don't have it.
Oof. So, wait, Dick Jones' patheticness, right? I think he hits. He gets totally kind of like out schemed by his underling. You know.
He does it first, yeah, and then he gets
Then he gets back in, but then he also
gets him
loses
fucking
again.
murdered,
Back and
so-
forth, back and
Yeah.
forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about old what's his name? The guy who gets popped, Emil. Is
Miguel
that
Ferrer. Oh, the guy who gets popped. Yeah, Emil. Yeah, well,
looking at Tyre? Good lord, dude, just shave that haircut. It's just
He really
time
did
to
not
go.
like that dude studying physics. Was not about it. not sure that's-
patheticness. Yeah, I think he hits on that one.
That shows a little bit of patheticness to me. Is being so insecure that this dude is learning about fucking math that you want to like kill him for no other reason.
Yeah, the gas station. So looking at Tyre, patheticness, manipulation. I
don't think
know if
so.
he's
I don't know.
manipulating anybody.
One, yeah.
Probably smug arrogance, though.
I mean, they all have
Yeah,
that,
for sure.
They all got the smug arrogance, yeah.
Kind
And
of hard to see
then
it with it all. It's so rife. But
does he have the sexual deviancy? I'm trying to remember any specific scenes.
Well, they're
with the
like
sexual-
grabbing that woman. I can't remember who it was though in the alley, or was it even the gang? I think that might have been just someone else. Remember?
No, I think that's the dude he gets shot in the dick, right?
Yeah,
I don't think that's part of the squad.
yeah, just
No,
something
that's-
else.
randos, yeah.
I think everybody's hitting, Cooter lights. We got 3 points.
Yeah, the whole gang for sure, and like
3 points. Yeah.
The ghost point of like wanting them to be killed though, and being
Is
thrilled
high.
when they are.
Oh yeah.
It's high.
Very, very
It's
high.
real
Everybody.
high. If that became ever legitimized, these guys are fucked.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jones, Morton, Clarence, and his gang, like they're all round them
Yeah.
all up, really.
Round them
Mhm.
up. Shoot them in the dicks.
Shoot all their
Shoot
dicks
them
off,
all. Oh,
and then
We're hunting for dick.
step on their balls, but just so.
mash them into a fine paste.
Oh God!
Real nut butter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
what the
God.
fuck is wrong with you?
We know how you like it, Randy.
I want them to be able to spread it on toast after. You
Oh
understand
my
me?
god.
Well, I think we
Boys,
got 'em.
I need those. I use them.
Yes, that's what a boy likes.
Use them too often.
Oh God!
What's next?
I think we got them. Lock them up, boys. Let's
Lock
talk.
'em up.
Let's talk about what we've been watching this week.
Hey gang, what you been watching?
Rand Diesel. Besides your nut stepping tape, what you been watching?
Oh man, just that on repeat. No, so I've watched mainly just two other things other than stuff I've already mentioned quite a bit. Mario Kart, I mentioned. I still am going back to Echoes of Wisdom, Legend of Zelda here and there, and enjoying that still. But I also finished Squid Games 3 just like a couple days ago. And yeah, man, I enjoyed that overall because I kind of like let go of the idea that they were gonna like bring home the point again, and I'm glad I did, because by the end, if I had been expecting them to come to some big end point, I would have been so fucking pissed off because this thing just kind of ends with a huge thud, in my opinion. So yeah, ultimately I didn't like dislike watching it, but I just didn't get a lot out of it. I can't truly recommend anybody watching beyond season 1 unless they just want to see more action or more set pieces and stuff like that. Ultimately, and also like there's one thing that I won't mention at the very end of the of episode 3 or season 3 that I just do not care for one bit. I won't mention what it is, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Well, the only other thing is Beck and I went to a teenage production of Hadestown that was playing in our neighborhood at a theater nearby that we had been meaning to go to for a while. It's a show that Beck and I went to see like the touring production of like last year or the year before or something like that, and we really enjoyed it. It's just a pretty solid musical or whatever. And this we were expecting, to be pretty like we were expecting a downgrade, a pretty significant downgrade. It's community theater essentially with teenagers. It could only be so good, right? But we were really, really fucking impressed because we also found out, not knowing this, that these kids put together the entire production, including props and choreography and stuff like that, with some adults in tow to help move things along. But they did it in 3 fucking weeks, and it was pretty fucking good. Like, it would have been pretty good if I had not known that. First of all, the singing was really, really great. Like, some of these kids can really wail. It was really good on that front. But just as being as stripped down as it was, as like low budget as it ultimately had to be compared to like the real thing, obviously. And for the timeline, I was super fucking impressed with these kids. So kudos to them. And it's like just a short run, like 5 or 6 show thing that they did like as soon as summer hit. Very impressive. Good for them. Yeah, that's really it for my what you've been watching though. Other than that, I've been just getting projects done.
Nut crushing.
How about
tapes.
you? Yeah, my big project. Soju, what kind of nut crushing tapes have you been watching?
Oof. Yeah, mostly just been we got an extra week to watch stuff for BFOM, so I'll be talking about that stuff soon. But I did get a chance to go to the theater, which it's been a little while, just to go straight up to the theater and watch the new Superman, which I enjoyed pretty good. It's I really like Nicholas Hoult. I think he did a really good job as Lex Luthor, especially over, I think having a recent film, that was just so bad with what's his name, Social Network in that, which with Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah. Oh man, that was terrible. Ooh, that's some of the worst shit I've seen. But yeah, it was fun. It was, CGI and over the top, but it was, it's kind of goofy and lighthearted and it was good. It was fun summertime popcorn watch. And I enjoyed it pretty good. But that's all I've been watching, really. Bob, what you been watching?
A couple things. Shouts outs to everybody that hung out for Joe Bob this past Friday. He did a double feature. They were both werewolf movies. The first feature was Dog Soldiers, which I hadn't seen in quite some time, and it's a pretty good werewolf movie. It's more of like a straight up war movie with werewolves in it, and I feel that's like cool. There was like whenever the Blu-ray came out, which I do own, which is the only time I've ever seen it before watching on the Blu-ray. The colors are like really saturated. And then on this, whenever Joe Bob showed it, it was like more muted, and I like the muted version way better. It suits like a war movie way better, I think. But that was pretty solid, a lot of fun. He showed Bad Moon after that, which I have never seen, and I didn't stay up for because it was like midnight by the time that started. But I'll try and watch that maybe tomorrow or something. Other than that, we went to the theater to watch Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, Bob.
And
why would you
Why you keep doing that?
Oh man, yeah. Shouldn't do it.
Bob, what are you, Bob?
Don't do it to yourself. Don't crush your own balls. Let someone else crush them for you.
Bob, how
Hold on.
quickly before you pre-order that box?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm like, I don't ever need to see it again.
But what if it came packed in with all the others, Bob? Would you do it then?
What if it's a box set?
No, I don't. I got the ones.
What if it's got like the holographic card? And
okay, well, yeah, then I'll buy it for $1. Yeah, I'll buy it.
Oh, for $1.
It just needs to sparkle a little bit, and then I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's sort of the lead in this. It is.
What happened to my boy Chris?
I guess he took his money and
why is he not in more movies?
Yeah, it's like, I guess it's like a reset sort of with like a new cast.
Oh my god.
And they go back to the island, this one specific island where they did all these like experimentations and like tried to create new dinosaurs because people are so familiar with like real dinosaurs, they got tired of watching them, so they stopped going to the parks. So they're going to that island with all the genetically mutated, fucked up dinosaurs to get DNA from 3.
Do they have laser beams on their head?
No, that's got to be the next one though. They got to get DNA from 3 big giant dinosaurs because it's going to help them make this super drug that's going to solve a bunch of heart disease problems and save millions of lives. So, there's a drug corporation that assembles a team. They assemble a team. Right? That's precisely how I felt watching the fucking movie. I was like, Jesus Christ, this movie's boring. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. And like,
Jesus Christ.
They like the first 30 minutes they're assembling the team and you're like they definitely are like spending time on the characters trying to make you invested in them, but nobody on screen gives a fuck about the characters they're playing, and you can tell, and you're just like, they don't care. Like, how can I care? I can't care about any of these people. This is terrible. And then there's like a whole sequence on the water where they're like kind of trying to recreate some moments from Jaws, and like the CGI, like everything is CGI, and it doesn't look particularly good. And these dinosaurs that are like the size of skyscrapers just keep like sneaking up on these people. It happens like 3 times. They're just like, bam,
I
they're just
remember
there.
when
like
the T-Rex would make the fucking water vibrate and you could feel the thunder in the ground.
You gotta make that water vibrate, dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It would actually build tension. When you see the T-Rex in this fucking movie, it's taking a nap in the grass and they can't see it. And then it stands up and it's a fucking skyscraper. And it's like, it's just you couldn't see it. You couldn't hear it. The movie is so bad. It's so bad. The product placement in this fucking thing, out of control.
Just a big commercial, Bob, for toys and products.
It opens up with a Snickers bar, and then somebody gets dead because of Snickers bar. That's how it starts.
That seems like bad advertising, if I'm being honest.
You're not yourself when you're eating. Snickers.
Sure.
There you go.
That franchise has been bad for a long time.
It's true. For 4 movies. At least 4 movies. Maybe 5.
We've been through a whole I can't believe we're already resetting it.
This is the 7th movie.
Jesus.
That's criminal.
The second one is okay.
Yeah, it's at best okay. I actually saw that one first. I have fond memories, nostalgic memories about it. There are a few key scenes I think still hold up, but nothing compares to that first one. And the second one, is the only one that compares at all to the first one. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is 7. Jesus Christ!
7. I'm not lying.
God. My God.
Maybe I'll do a mini cast on that so I can just complain for 30 minutes.
Please do that.
Take it away.
Buy us some time.
Take this away from me, please.
All right. That's all I've been watching. We don't have any voicemails this week because nobody loves us. Nobody loves us.
Everybody just keeps sliding into my DMs, guys. I keep telling y'all, call in. Share those kinks to the world, not just me.
God damn.
These QJ coins aren't going to save themselves.
Randy,
we need you on the horn, moving product.
Randy, stop sending videos of you stepping on your own balls to Justin's specifically.
Stepping on my own balls.
He's got very long balls.
I'm limber. Okay.
My boy does a yoga. Hot.
Don't care for your. I don't care for your non-believing tone.
It's very, very long balls. Very long. If you guys are listening and would like to call in and leave a voicemail for next week, hit us up at 904-638-3231. Next up on the docket, we're going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot, sequel, requel, the new movie coming out next week. The new one.
It's like something that came out of a nightmare movie.
Exactly.
A nightmare movie.
A nightmare movie. The new I Know What You Did Last Summer. Prompts for next week for folks to call in. Summer slashers, maybe. What's your favorite summer slasher? What are you watching? What do you like to get slashed to?
What? Yeah. I don't know. Like, tell me
What
about your
did you do
nostalgia
last
about
summer?
the franchise from before. Like, what is your connection to this movie? Because for me, it was watching I Still Know What You Did Last Summer on repeat on fucking Cinemax, just because that was what they played ad nauseum for like 3 months of my childhood. So I know that movie back to front, and I saw the first one much later, and that I have no impression of it whatsoever in my brain.
Randy, I think you're talking like slightly off your mic.
Yeah, I think your mic like tilted or something.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That sounds
That's
better.
better.
Yeah. Okay. It sounded like a little distant.
Sorry about that.
You've been distant these days.
Trust me when I
Randy.
say that everything that I just said was fucking gold, and you are sad to have missed it.
Man, we can still hear it.
Yeah, it's just,
It was much better with the cadence. You missed the cadence. That's what it is.
It's all about the cadence.
I see.
Any other prompts for next week? We're going to get so many voicemails.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If
What's,
you
oh, go ahead.
If you were going to get murdered one summer, what would it be for? What's a fucked up thing?
Tell us your deepest. Yeah, what's something that you dark confessions time?
Yeah,
Call
what
in
would
with some
somebody
dark
murder you
confessions.
about?
Time.
You don't have to put your name on it. Just tell us some dark confessions. You, somebody else.
Just
you.
Yeah. Hi,
You
my
wanna-
name
You
is
ever hunt a man for sport?
Rand Diesel.
Give us a call.
And I would get murdered one summer for stepping on my own balls.
Okay, this needs to go away.
I don't understand what you're even saying anymore. I cannot yes and something that is just strictly not nonsense.
We all know you got them long balls. Call in 904-638-3231. Check out I Know What You Did Last Summer. Get ready for next week's show. Until then, we're on social media everywhere. Just search Straight Chilling Podcast and we'll pop right up. If you want to join in our daily Slack channel conversations, just let us know in one of those social media outlets. I'll send you a link so you can join in on the fun. And until next week, as always, all you mother truckers, please keep chilling.
Bitches leave.